I missed you guys too. It's been a while. I've just been really busy. Anyway, how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Has had a good couple of weeks and having a good day. Hopefully you're all staying cool and cozy because it is getting very hot. Oh, I've just been busy with my cat and life. Anyway, I think I have left you guys waiting for long enough. So we can get started. So grab your Story Keeper's cup, grab a blanket, grab a stuffy if you have one, grab a pet and snuggle up because it's story time. I managed to hold off until 7 o'clock in the morning before texting Wyatt. I figured someone as OCD as he had to be. The early bird gets the worm type. Even on Sunday, I typed, "Are you up?" and leaned against the headboard to watch my phone for his reply. Yeah, it's getting really hot. It's kind of annoying. I don't really like heat. Where was I? I lost my place. Wait a second. Oh, no wonder I lost my place. Ironically, that was when the sleep I waited all night for decided to sneak up on me. My heavy lids slid shut as I stared at the darkened screen. Then the phone vibrated, startling me back to full awareness. Yes, everything's okay. Or everything okay? I replied. No. Need to talk? Yeah, I typed. Where can we meet? Sorry, someone's texting me. Came through. Mine? I just admit that I was dying of curiosity about the home life that would produce a specimen like Wyatt. Were his parents studiously brilliant, obsessed with research and the truth? Tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists? Lifelong paint chip eaters? God damn fan. It sure as hell feels like summer already. Instead, I forced myself to walk slowly, not calmly, but slowly, toward my open bedroom door. I didn't bother to avoid the rose petals this time. Wait. Whoops, my bad. Oh my god, we are not doing good today. I was about to reply yes, but I guess I took a little too long because another pair of messages popped up from Wyatt. Promise I'm not the offer. Killer's honor. At 8 o'clock, I combined two words there, sorry. I slipped on a pair of flip-flops, grabbed my house key, phone, and the monstrosity of my backpack and set out for Wyatt's house. I left a note for Mom explaining that I was meeting Marie, which I knew she'd believe since, as far as she knew, I'd never gone anywhere else. The shepherd's house was only about 5 minutes, only about a 5-minute walk away, and Wyatt was out front when I rounded the corner. What happened? His eyes darkened with concern when he saw me. You look like you've seen a ghost. Is that supposed to be a joke? Sorry, I asked. He looked startled for a second, then realized that he'd said what he'd said. Oh, he said, no, sorry. Nice overalls, by the way. I was wearing my softest long-sleeved black t-shirt and Mom's overalls with a chunky blue scarf wrapped around my neck. The fashion equivalent of comfort food. Hi, welcome in. Wyatt wore jeans and a red paint flannel shirt, untucked. His feet were bare. The effect was kind of mountain manish, if mountain men wore horn-rimmed glasses. Inside Wyatt's house was starkly modern, a 2-story rectangle made of glass and wood. The whole back wall was made of floor-to-ceiling windows, looking out over trees at precisely the right height so you couldn't yell if you were in a city at all. It felt like being in a tree house for a cabin somewhere out in the wilderness. This place is cool, I said. What do your parents do? My mom's an artist, he said. My dad's a consultant. Are you okay with going up to my room? Oh, sorry, my hand's getting tired. I nodded and followed him up a set of stairs that didn't have a handrail. That's just fucking dangerous. You could have fallen right off. When we reached the second floor, I found myself facing a wall that was covered in dozens of black and white photos of Wyatt at different ages, not angles. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I don't have a mic, so it's kind of... I don't know how to fix this problem. I genuinely don't. I don't regularly have problems with audio. Unless it's the fan. But the problem with the fan is I can't turn it off. Because then this room becomes a sauna. Okay, back to the story. Where was I? When we reached the second floor, I found myself facing a wall that was covered in dozens of black and white photos of Wyatt at different ages. Wow, I said. For the record, I've asked them to change this, he said. But they're kind of attached to it. His bedroom was straight ahead, and I almost hesitated before crossing through the door. But Wyatt went straight toward a leather sofa in the corner of the room and gestured for me to sit. Then he pulled over a bright orange plastic chair for himself. I sat cross-legged on the sofa and rested my chin in my hands, staring at the floor. It's in my house, I whispered. It won't leave me alone. I think it's trying to off me. Whoa, he said. Slow down. Take a breath. Start at the beginning. Yeah, I'm happy to be back too. Streams will be a little early until Monday-ish, because I'm really busy after then. Sorry, I just noticed a design on my bed. Anyway. I want to check something. Yikes. I might have to break this up into 2 parts. But for now, let's just focus. Where was I? I took 2 deep breaths, but they were that weird, jerky kind of breath that happens right before you bust into an epic sob. Somehow I managed to hold all that in and describe everything that had happened the night before, starting with the knocking and ending with the screenplay. So it is a line from a script. Wyatt sat back and looked out the windows at the trees. It's a scene where they're eating dinner, I said, just like in my vision. It can't be a coincidence. It has to be another offer. Okay, yes. That's what it sounds like. Wyatt shook his head. But there are no unsolved offings fitting that profile anywhere in Southern California. I checked after we met with Leah last week. That maybe it hasn't happened yet. So now you're seeing the future. I don't know, Wyatt. I said, practically hissing in aggressive aggression. Goddamn, my brain's not working. I don't know what's happening to me. For all I know, none of this is real. I could be strapped to a bed in a mental institution. You could be a figment of my. I'm not a figment, he said. You're not making this up. You're not strapped to a bed in a mental ward. You're here with me. I half laughed and looked up into his wide brown eyes, thinking he was joking, but he seemed perfectly sincere. I sat back and tried to relax. Something about his steady, unfathomable presence centered me. Let's focus on what we know, Wyatt went on. There's a force in your house trying to call your attention, so this particular scene, which appears to be from a movie, so the next logical step is to figure out what movie it is. I brought my laptop. I unzipped the monstrosity, pulled the computer out of the sleeve, and set it in my lap. I forgot she called her backpack a monstrosity. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I do have to split this into 2 parts. I will hopefully be back tomorrow with the rest of chapter 22. But please do tell me your thoughts and theories in the comments. I'm always in those comments, and I love hearing thoughts and theories. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreaming, and don't let the night cats bite.